Right, go.
Right. If I was
Wait a
to
minute,
say
I'll
to
just
you,
check it's working. Yeah.
if I was to say to you, cardio or weights, what would be your first initial thought?
Weights.
Why?
Well, it depends on your goals, I suppose. If somebody came to me and said that they're wanting to run a marathon, of course I would say cardio, but you still have to strengthen your muscles so that you don't get injuries. You would have to incorporate weights into that. It would be more endurance weights, like higher reps, whatever. But if you're wanting to change physique, weights is the only way to go.
So, in regards to aesthetics, why are people so infatuated with thinking that cardio is the only way they're going to drop fat?
I think because it's what we used to think that worked, because we weren't so aware of what weights did for us. That treadmills, aerobics, all of these things were the fad at the time. Even F45 is taken over. There's always going to be some form of cardio based. But what we're realising is, and scientifically, is the fact that these things are not working. They work short time, and people get results because they stand on the scales and go, oh yeah, it must be working because I've lost 0.2 of a kilo, so I'll keep going on the treadmill. But what they're not understanding is actually they're getting muscle wastage. So when you do weights, what's happening is you're replacing the fat with muscle, which means that you're burning at a higher calorie level as well. So your BMR is going to be raised. So you could sit at 55 kilos, but your BMR will still raise, which means, guess what, you can eat more cheesecake. Why wouldn't you want to do that? So that's the scientific bit behind about why, and also for osteoporosis and all of these things that we're now discovering, especially for females, of bone density. And all of these things that go into the health side of lifting weights. And you know what? I personally want to be able to do the same movements today when I'm 85.
Yeah.
Even getting in and out of a car is a squat. Reaching up for something in the supermarket is like a shoulder press. So incorporating these moves into your everyday coming into the gym, you don't even need to come to a gym to do it. Fill up a bottle with water, can of beans. I mean, there's just no excuse for people not doing anything anymore. That we've got all of these things out there that people should be thinking outside the box, and unfortunately we don't. We just think, oh, I'll just go on a treadmill because that's easy.
It's high impact as well. People don't realise the stresses that they're putting on their joints.
Absolutely, and especially treadmills and things like that as well, because it's the same bang, bang, bang every single time. The only way that
why am I so sore? Why are my knees sore? Why are my ankles sore?
Yeah, and the only way that I'd recommend, which is the way that we train, is if you're going to do something, do it in short spurts. So always, when I was learning how to run, do it in short spurts where you'll run for 10 seconds and then walk for 20 seconds, because then you're changing that foot to floor mechanism as well, which means that you're not putting the same impact on for the full. I mean,
if someone's not absolutely fucked after a weight session, they have done something wrong. They have not put in the amount of effort required.
I wish you had just videoed me on the floor for like 10 minutes after doing deadlifts.
I know.
I mean, seriously?
And split squats.
Oh
if you are seriously not absolutely buggered after a weight session, you haven't put in the effort and intensity that is required. Oh.
And the amount of people that come to me and say, oh, I don't get the same rush after doing weights because I have to go for a run because I feel those endorphins. But you know what? Come to me 5 years later, and if you're still saying the same and your body hasn't changed, you're doing something wrong.
Something's not right.
So all you have to do is think out. I mean, as I said, think outside the box. If you want to be a runner, that's fine. I'm not criticising that whatsoever. But
that's what you enjoy.
And there is definitely a time and place for that. If you love walking, I love walking with my dog. I incorporate that into my normal everyday lifestyle, though. That's a lifestyle thing. But it's not going to change the way that you look. If that's something that you're wanting to get, is changing the way you look. For whatever reasons. And it isn't just aesthetics, it's mobility, and all of these things, and as I said, about disease and all of these other benefits that come from lifting weights.
That's the initial thought that people go to is, I want to look like her, but they don't realise that is so genetically impossible. And they go, show you photos, and they go, do my body like this. Well,
Or
it's like a hairdresser. When you go to a hairdresser and you show a hairdresser a photo and it's like, okay, well, it's going to be a little bit different because I didn't do that person's hair. I don't have the products that they do.
or
I'm
the
not that
opposite,
person.
within our fitness industry, I don't want to look like her. Or I don't want to look like a man, so I don't want to lift
Lift
weights.
weights.
Or I just want to tone. Oh,
Tone. The word tone. Oh.
that's what you put in your hair, isn't it? Toner?
Yeah.
You
You
don't
put
want...
toner in your hair, you put toner on your face. You don't tone your body.
Nah. You change your body. And if you look around you and look at, I used to do it, so as an aerobics instructor, and I used to look at all these wonderful aerobics instructors that did I think it's body pump in this country, and I'd think, oh my God, they must be so fit, they must be this, they must be that. But they'd been doing the same thing for 5 years, had every injury that you can imagine, and plus they weren't changing. The amount of people that, have walked through my life that have done body pump or all of these classes and come to CrossFit injuries. Just be smart about your training. Just write down your goals and work towards those goals and incorporate
Different things.
different things.
Whatever you enjoy. If there's an exercise you don't enjoy, there's always an alternative.
You know what? If somebody wants to go and do Zumba, go and do Zumba. I don't give a shit. If they're enjoying that, their body will react to that anyway, but incorporate something else into that lifestyle. Go and do something that you really enjoy, but think of the health factors of doing something else as well. And even if it's only lifting weights twice a week, if that's all you can fit in for 20 minutes, there's still 20 minutes more than what the other person is doing. That's all you need to do. And excuses of injuries. Don't come to me with excuses about injuries. Oh my God. There's always, always, always something that you can do. Always.
Always.
I follow these amazing people that have got no legs. You know what? They don't have an excuse. My mum, 2 hip replacements. She did a full class on Saturday. No excuse at the age of 74. I mean, you're a prime example. Nothing has stopped you doing it. You could have either gone down there and gone, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm the same. I could
so
be in a
boring.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's what I was told. And I'm not.
So, top 3 points of pros of training weights. Top 3.
Just fucking do it.
First thing that comes
Sorry.
to mind. Top 3. Your top 3 things that you would say to someone if they said, why should I train weights? Top 3. Three things that you would say to someone.
Because if you want to change, that's what you've got to do. For health benefits, for mobility, for strength, if you want to be able to still do things at the age of 85, get moving now. Whatever age you are, get moving now.
It's not too, it's never ever too late.
And because so that you can eat cheesecake.
Yep.
I think that's a great way.
Make it